One of these three men played a major part in one of the biggest news stories of the year.
My name is John Schisler.
What is your name, please?
My name is John Schisler.
What is your name, please?
My name is John Schisler.
Two of these people are imposters. Only one is the real John Schisler and is the only one sworn to tell the truth.
Geritol, America's #1 tonic. Geritol, the fast-acting, high-potency tonic that helps you feel stronger fast, presents To Tell the Truth.
And here is our host, Bud Collier.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Welcome once again to Tell the Truth. And now it's my privilege to introduce our panel. What is your name, please?
My name is Polly Bergen.
My name is Tom Ewell.
My name is Kitty Carlisle.
And my name is Hy Gardner.
May I speak for all of us on the show and the panel and telling you how happy we are that you're able to be with us tonight, Tom?
Why, thank you, Bud. I'm very happy to be here.
I think you'll have fun.
At home, it always looks like you have so much fun. I wanted to come and find out whether you really do.
Well, you'll find out, I think, for yourselves, because as you heard, these three gentlemen up here all claim to be John Schisler, who were kidnapped by the Cuban rebels, and only one, of course, is the real John Schisler. The other two have merely assumed that identity, and they are the ones who do not have to stick to the truth. Panel in front of you, as is our custom, you'll find copies of an affidavit. Will you please follow along while I read it? I, John Schisler, am superintendent of construction for the Moa Bay Mining Company in Cuba. On the night of June 26th, I was kidnapped by the Cuban rebel forces led by Raul Castro. I was held captive in Castro's stronghold in the Sierra Cristal Mountains. On July 6th, I was released and flown back to the U.S. base at Guantanamo by Navy helicopter after 10 days in captivity. Signed, John Schisler. All right, panel, as a start tonight, we have these three gentlemen all claiming to be John Schisler, who was kidnapped by Cuban rebels. Only the real John Schisler, as you know, is required to answer your questions truthfully. You will each question until you hear this signal. At the end of the questioning period, you'll be asked to register your vote for the one who, in your opinion, is the real John Schisler. And let's begin our questioning tonight with Kitty Carlisle. Kitty?
#1, where were you kidnapped?
I was kidnapped in the province of Oriente.
What were you doing when you were just before you were kidnapped?
Oh, just before. I was in my house.
In your house. #2, why were you kidnapped?
Well, I was kidnapped because it was a protest against the United States government.
#3, how were you transported to the mountains?
By way of a jeep. 8 of us in total were taken by jeep by the rebels.
How long did it take you to get where you were taken?
Actually, 2 days were taken. It only took us to a place known as Orania, and then to Calabasas.
#1, what did they give you to eat when you were in captivity?
Well, normal native food, chicken and rice, cafe con leche, that sort of thing.
Hy Gardner.
#1, you were captured on the 26th of June. What day was that?
The 26th of June.
What day of the week?
Oh, I don't remember.
Would you remember #3?
Thursday evening at 8 o'clock.
#2, how about you?
It was Thursday afternoon.
#3, what is the name of the famous hotel located in Veradera Beach?
Never been to Veradera. I realize that's over on the northern shore. Most of our time.
#2, would you know?
No.
#1?
No, I don't know.
Number 3, one of the American sailors captured by the rebels had the same name as a famous American hero. Do you know what his name was?
There were no servicemen with us.
It was not a serviceman. It was a name. Oh, I see.
Polly?
#1, it says that you were captured by the rebel forces led by Raul Castro. Raul has a brother. What is his name?
Fidel Castro.
#2, which is the real leader of the forces, Fidel or Raul?
Fidel Castro is
Number 3, one of the brothers has female assistant, sort of war assistant. What is her name?
Very attractive. Known as Deborah. Her real name is Vilmer. Her family name I don't know. She's seen quite often with
I see.
Raoul.
Number 2, where is the University of Havana, at the top or the foot of the hill?
I frankly
Number
don't
3?
know.
Never been to Havana.
Tom Ewell.
Number 1, what is written on the rebel uniform?
The movement symbol, 26th of July.
Number 2, how far are the doldrums from Cuba?
I can't answer that question.
Number 3, could you answer that?
I have ideas where it might be, but not near Cuba.
Which way?
Anyway, doldrums I've never heard of.
I see. Number 3, how do you say, number 1, how do you say it doesn't matter in Spanish?
No importa.
Number 2, is Cuba east or west of the east coast of Florida?
Cuba lies south of
That's
Florida.
it, panel. Time is up. It's time to vote. And without consultation, will you please mark your ballots? And in so doing, select number 1, number 2, or number 3. Remember that the team of challengers gets $250 for every incorrect vote. All set, panel? Polly, have you marked your ballot?
No.
I didn't think you had.
Well, defy me.
I mean, if you're going to ask, no. I don't know which one it is, in between 2. Oh, well, I know well, it's 2 or 3. I voted for number 3, mainly because number 1 didn't remember what day he was kidnapped on. Number 3 almost remembered too much. But, so I think it's number 2, but there you are.
There I am in the doldrums. Tom Ewell.
I voted for number 3, too, because I think he looks like he just flew in by helicopter.
Kitty, what about your selection?
I voted for number 1. I liked his Spanish accent, and he looks like a mining engineer.
And Hi Gardner, what about
Well, I
you?
voted for 3 for several reasons, similar to Polly and to Tom. And I thought when they were standing up there that when you mentioned something about the kidnapping, he was the only one who remained slightly grim-faced, and I know it wasn't too much fun.
All right, there you have our votes and the reasons we voted the way we did. We'll see how right or wrong we are as we discover right now which one of these 3 gentlemen was kidnapped by the Cuban rebels. Will the real John Schisler please stand up? Oh, boy.
Don't hunches count for half? Don't hunches count for half?
No, only quick hunches. Number 1, would you tell us who you really are and what you do?
My name is Elliot Height, and I am Vice President of the Gray Line Sightseeing Corporation of New York.
And number 3, what about you?
My name is Jim Radigan, General Manager for Castro. Castro Convertibles, that is. Thank you.
Didn't know the brothers had a manager, did you? All right, well, there we have our score in which the panel goofed all the way. So there were 4 incorrect votes at $250 each for a total of $1,000 in Geritol. Gentlemen, on your way out, you'll find an apothecary jar of Geritol waiting for each of you. Good night and the best of good luck. Thank you. Challenges, please.
What is your name, please?
My name is Sharon Lucas.
What is your name, please?
My name is Sharon Lucas.
What is your name, please?
My name is Sharon Lucas.
All right, panel, will you follow along once more with your copies of this second affidavit? I, Sharon Lucas, am a motion picture stunt girl. Rather than risk the lives and limbs of movie stars, I am hired to perform in their place in hazardous scenes and dangerous action. I have been involved in explosions, cattle stampedes, barroom fights, and wagon and automobile wrecks. I have fallen off horses and down stairways, and was once thrown from a chariot with my hands tied behind me. I have doubled for many stars, including Jane Russell, Lauren Bacall, Anita Ekberg, Esther Williams, and Marilyn Monroe. Signed, Sharon Lucas. All right, panel, you heard these three young ladies all claim to be Sharon Lucas, Hollywood stunt girl, so let's start this cross-examination with Hi Gardner. Hi?
Number one, what is the pay of a stunt girl?
Well, we have a flat rate. It's $80 a day, plus the stunts themselves. We get paid extra.
Does that include hospitalization, too?
No, they won't cover us, unfortunately.
Uh-huh. Number two, in what movie were you thrown out of a chariot?
In Jupiter's Darling,
Who was the star of that movie?
Esther Williams.
Number one, what movie were you thrown out of a chariot?
Jupiter's Darling.
And you, number three?
Jupiter's Darling.
I guess you were thrown out. Number two, who was Big Boy Williams?
I'm sure that he is a Hollywood actor, but
Uh-huh.
I'm not acquainted.
Number one, would you know?
Rings a bell, but not enough.
Number one, would you say that Mac Miller is one of the top stunt men in Hollywood?
Possibly, but not to my knowledge.
Holly Bergen.
Number one, there's a Western serial star who was at one time one of the top stunt men in California. What is his name?
Oh, there are so many. I'm not familiar with him.
Number two, could you name one? Then there are, pardon me, a couple of stars who have their own serials who were great stuntmen. Could you name one of them, number two?
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Number three, could you name one?
Carrie Lofton.
Does he star in a Western serial? He does? I was thinking of Jocko Mahoney, for your information, in case anybody ever asks you that again. Number one. Jocko Mahoney? Or the star of, also the star of Gunsmoke, too.
Yeah.
Jim, oh,
Yeah.
Number one, there's a girl in Hollywood who doubles for me and happens also to have the same first name as mine. Could you tell me what her last name is?
I think that's Polly Burson. It's very similar to your name. Burson? Yeah.
Tom?
Number one, what was the toughest stunt you ever did?
Oh, golly, that's hard, but I think in one picture called Tender Love, I had to fall down or be pushed down a spiral staircase, so it wasn't really so tender.
Tender Love. Number two, do you get paid extra if you have lines to say in addition to the stunts you perform?
Yes, we do.
Number three, could you tell me there is a street in Beverly Hills that has an oil well in the middle of it? What's the name of it?
Cienega Boulevard.
Kitty?
Number three, what was the toughest stunt you ever did?
When I had to swim in 38-degree water.
38 degrees. Why didn't Esther Williams do that herself?
Esther Williams wasn't in the picture. Anita Ekberg was in it.
Number one, can you tell me how people get hit in the face without getting hurt?
Time to
You're
vote.
not going to tell me.
Without consultation, you have now to mark your ballots, if you will, please, panel. And in so doing, select number one, number two, or number three. Polly, have you marked your ballot?
I don't think any of them are really a stunt girl.
Well, for whom are you voting, anyway, Polly?
You.
Me. All right.
Well, I don't. Could you skip me and come back
Yes,
to
I'll
me?
skip you.
Thank
Tom?
you.
Well,
I won't listen to what they're saying.
Well, don't listen, because I'll tell you what, I've got to be honest, I've suddenly recognized her.
You have?
Yes, so I want to disqualify myself, if I may.
Okay, Tom, very well. Kitty?
Who was it?
Oh, I voted for number...
Kitty, for whom did you vote?
I voted for number three. On the basis that Esther Williams wasn't in that picture.
And Hi Gardner.
Well, I didn't recognize anybody, so I voted for number two, although I think it must be number three because of Esther Williams. You only see stunt girls in long shots, and she could double for almost anybody. Looks limb and lithe and, you know.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Polly Bergen.
Well, You can tell I didn't listen to anybody because I voted for number 1. I thought it was a hunch number 2 because she's so tan, you know, and everything. But I voted for number 1 because she did know Polly Burson, who was one of the top female stunt women. But the other two probably knew her too. I didn't have time to check.
Okay, there we go now. The way we voted may be akin to yours. Let's see if it is as we discover which one of these ladies is the real Hollywood stunt girl. So will the real Sharon Lucas please stand up? Man, you tried too hard when you Oh, my. That 7-year itch was hitting the wrong way, Tom. That's all I can say. All right, now let's find out about the others about it. Number 1, should you tell us who you really are and what you do, please?
Yes. I'm Skip Mitchell, formerly a kindergarten teacher from Birmingham, Michigan. And until recently, I was a secretary at Columbia Records.
Number 3, what about you, please?
I'm Barbara Fraser. I'm a photographer's model. I'm not married, but I generally pose as a typical American housewife.
All right, and checking up on the score, we counted Tom's disqualification as a wrong vote, which it was anyway. And that means that there were 1, 2, 3 incorrect votes at $250 each for a total of $750 from Geritol. Thank you very much, ladies. Good night. Stop on your way out, pick up your apothecary jar of Geritol, and good luck to you.
What is your name, please?
Hear ye, hear ye. My name is Robert Reveille.
What is your name, please?
Hear ye, hear ye. My name is Robert Reveille.
What is your name, please?
Hear ye, hear ye. My name is Robert Reveille.
All right, panel, will you follow along with your copies of this next affidavit? I, Robert Reveille, am the Assistant Director of Craft Shops for Colonial Williamsburg, Virginia. Colonial Williamsburg is a faithful restoration of the town as it stood from 1700 to 1780. In addition to my administrative duties, I am the special town crier and night watch. In this capacity, I walk the streets reading announcements and proclamations in the traditional manner and costume of colonial days. Signed, Robert Reveille. So we have 3 gentlemen this time, all claiming to be Robert Reveille, town crier of Colonial Williamsburg, and we start this round with Polly Bergen. Polly?
Thank you, Bud. Number 1, what year was Arnold Stewart the mayor of Williamsburg?
1740.
Number 2, could you tell me what year Arnold Stewart was the mayor?
1725.
Number 3, who is the governor of Virginia?
Allman.
I beg your pardon?
Allman.
What is a famous college, number 2, in Virginia, Williamsburg?
William and Mary College.
Number 1, what kind of craft shops do you assistant direct?
18th century crafts and trades.
Crafts and trades?
Crafts and trades in the
18th
18th century, that's right.
Number 2, what is the population of Williamsburg?
Oh, about 7,000, ma'am.
Tom?
Number 1, are the craft shops open on Sunday?
Yes, they are.
Number 2, what is the name of that island off the coast of Virginia that has wild horses on it?
Chittitig, sir.
Number 3, what is the name of the island off the coast of Virginia that has wild horses on it that also has oysters?
I don't know.
Man, those horses dine well.
Number 3, what is the... Number 1, what is the color that is named after Williamsburg?
Blue.
Kitty?
Number 1, where do you live in Williamsburg?
In Williamsburg.
Mm-hmm.
At the Nicholson Kitchens.
Number 2, where do you live in Williamsburg?
Archibald Blair Stableman.
Number 3, where do you live in Williamsburg?
I live at the John Crump Kitchen.
Number 1, what's that thing you're wearing around your neck called?
The stock?
Number 2, is your hat called a tricorn?
Three-cornered hat, ma'am.
Three-cornered hat?
Yes, ma'am.
Not a three-cornered.
Hi, Gardner.
Number 1, where in Williamsburg is the Betsy Ross house located?
On the south side of the Duke of Gloucester Street.
Number 2, do you know?
Didn't there, sir.
Number 3? Number 2, who was it who financed the restoration of Williamstown? Who was it who financed the restoration of Williamsburg? Number 2, sir.
Oh, John Rockefeller Jr., sir.
Number 3.
That's all the time we have. Will you please try to vote your way out of this confusion, and in so doing, select number 1, number 2, or number 3. And Polly is jumping like a beanbag here, so Polly, you've marked ahead of the time this time. For whom did you vote?
I'm right this time.
You are, huh?
I voted for number 3 because I asked number 1 and number 2 what year Arnold Stewart was the mayor, and they gave me a year, and I made him up. The only thing that puzzles me is that you didn't ask number 3. Tom Ewell. Oh,
I voted for number 2 because he sort of rings the bell with me.
Okay, Kitty?
I voted for number 1. He was the only one that kept a straight face.
And Hi Gardner.
Well, I voted for number 2 because Betsy Ross had nothing to do with Williamsburg.
All right, there you have our rhymes and reasons. Let's discover now, for our own satisfaction as well as yours, because we hope you're playing along with us, which one of these gentlemen is the town crier of colonial Williamsburg? Will the real Robert Reveille please stand up? Good girl, Polly. Thank you very much, sir. Number 1, would you tell us who you are?
My name is Benjamin Franklin. I'm an NBC television cameraman.
Polly, he was the number 1 cameraman on your show.
oh my gosh, he was. He has red hair under that.
Well, he wore his hair differently then. Yes, that's quite true. Number 2, would you tell us who you are, please?
My name is George Washington.
And what do you do, sir?
I'm the sales manager of the Germantown Fireproof Storage. It's an Allied Van Land agent in Philadelphia.
Incidentally, Mr. Washington is helping to establish the George Washington Museum at the new 12-acre residential development, Washington Square Village, soon to be opened in New York. Well, gentlemen, in checking down, Polly was the only one right, which meant that there were 3 wrong at $250 each for a total of $750 from Geritol. Hope you enjoyed your visit. We enjoyed having you here. Stop on the way out and pick up your apothecary jar of Geritol. Good night and good luck to you. In a moment, we'll join the panel again, but meanwhile, this message. Detect a certain amount of indecision in the audience, I think, due to laughter and applause. They didn't hear that this gentleman who worked for Castro in our first panel there works for Castro Convertible, not the Rebels. I just thought I'd put that record clear here. That's all the time we have for tonight, except we must take a moment to thank you, Tom, so much for being with us. Didn't you have a good time?
I sure did.
Well, come back soon, will you?
You'll never live that time.
Next week, our guest on the panel will be Keenan Wynn. And with that bit of announcement, good night, panel.
Good night,
Good night.
Bud.
And now this is Bud Collier saying good night from Geritol and reminding you to tell the truth. Good night, everybody.
To tell the truth. is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production in association with the CBS Television Network. Miss Bergen's Gown by Wilma.